Good day students, welcome to a new class of IT 402 and today we are going to continue with digital documentation, which is our first unit. Now today in today's class we are going to learn the session number 2, that is inserting and use of images in a document. So last time we had completed with how to give styles to our documents, and today we are going to start with how to insert images in a document. Now images can be pictures or any other graphics which you can insert into a document to make it look attractive. So there are 5 ways in which you can insert the images into a writer of OpenOffice document. First is using an image file which is already saved in any of the folders in your document, in your computer. The next one is to use a drag and drop method, inserting any images from a clipboard using the clipboard, that is the copy paste commands, then inserting images using a scanner, and the last one is inserting images from the gallery. So let us look at each of this, how to insert images using each of these different methods. Let me now show you how to insert objects or images into our document. So here the first method that I'm going to show you is the drag and drop method. So here if I have a file like this and I minimize this or I reduce the size of this particular, now I have got on my desktop a few images. I can just simply click on this and keep my left mouse clicked and drag it. When you come here you get a plus sign here, click it and drag it onto your file. This is the first method, which is called as the drag and the drop method. So here you can just simply go and click on the image, keep your left mouse clicked, drag it and drop it on to the document. The next method of inserting a picture is through the insert picture dialog box. For that purpose you need to click on the insert tab and then on the pictures option and then on the from files option. When I click on it, the insert picture dialog box opens up. You can select the drive or the place where your pictures are. In this case it is on my desktop, so I will click on the picture whichever I want to insert, click on it and click on the open and the picture gets inserted. Now I can click on the picture in between, keep my left mouse clicked and drag the picture to whichever location I want to. So here when a picture is selected, you will see 9 dots on the picture which shows that the picture is currently selected. So if I click on this one, this picture is selected because of the 9 dots here, and if I click on this, then this picture is the one which is selected. So this way I can insert my picture using the insert picture option. Now if I want to click and insert an image down, I will just simply press the enter key and take my cursor. This is my cursor here, and the next picture I will insert using the next method, which is the from the clipboard, that is the copy and paste method. Very simple. Wherever your image is there, suppose I want to click this image, I click on this image, press the Ctrl plus C option, that is the copy option, Ctrl plus C, come to my document and press Ctrl and V, that is copy and paste. Now here I can resize my image. Now see if the picture, if I want to make it a little more smaller, click on any of the field handles and drag it and expand it or reduce the size. This is how we can resize an image. Resizing an image can be done using the picture handles. Now if I click on the side handles, then both vertically and horizontally my picture gets resized, and if I click only on the side handles here, then it will be either horizontally or vertically. So this is the way we can resize our image like this. We can select on the corners. When you click on corners, both horizontally as well as vertically as well as horizontally, the picture gets resized. So this is the third method, which is the which is the copy and the paste method from the clipboard. Now, the next method is to insert images from the gallery. Now here, there is a gallery which is almost like a clip art in your Microsoft Word, with the help of which we can insert images into our document. Now for that purpose, there are three methods of using the gallery. The first method is from the toolbar. This is the gallery icon, which you can simply click and the gallery opens up here, and you can select from the different options available what type of clip arts you want to, or what type of images you want to insert. This is one method. The next method, then again simply I click back on this, the gallery closes. And the next method is using tools and the gallery option. From the tools menu, the gallery option is there also it opens up the same gallery to you. Bullets, computers, whichever type of image I want to, I can insert it from the gallery. And the third method is from this particular option here on the right hand side, extreme side. There is a gallery option. Once again, here I close the gallery, tools, gallery. I'm closing all the galleries. And the third method is by clicking on the gallery option, which is there on this bar at the extreme right. Click on gallery and the gallery opens. Once again, the same gallery will open and I can select any of the images I want to from the different options available. So suppose if I click on this option of the earth, right click, insert, and click on copy, and the image gets copied. Now here it has gone down to the next page because of the size. Yes, here I can just simply come here and drag it and place it over here. So this way I can use the gallery option to insert a picture, a gallery which is almost similar to the type of to the clip art option in Microsoft Word. The last method is to insert using a scanner. So from the same insert menu, I can click on pictures and click on scan. Now when I click on scan, it will ask me for to select the resource. Now in this case, I do not have a scanner attached, but in case I have a scanner here, it will show me this is the standard one. This is as of now not there, so I can't show it to you, but there will be a lot of scanners whichever are there in the list, and you can click on it, select the scanner, and whatever is the image which I have placed inside the scanner and click on select, then that particular image gets inserted into the document. So this is the fifth method, that is using the scan option or the scanner image. So these are the 5 methods of inserting images into a document. First is the drag and drop method, using the insert pictures dialog box, using the cut, copy and paste method, and using the gallery, and then from the scanner. So the 5 methods of inserting images into a document. In your PDF notes, you will see that there are a lot of options to modify an existing image in your document. So here there is graphic mode, flick horizontally, vertically, filters, colors, etc. and some graphic effects which we are going to have a look at in the practically how we can change all these and give certain effects to the images in our document. So let us go back to our document here. Now whenever an image is selected, you will see that there is a small little toolbar which automatically pops up when an image gets selected, and it is through this toolbar that we are going to do all the formatting or the modifications of an image. So let us look at select an image, any of the images. So there is also another method of if I want to bring up this particular picture toolbar, if it's not available when I select the image, I can also go on to the view option, toolbars, and click on the picture toolbar. The same toolbar appears. If it is not available, you can just simply click on the view option and get the toolbar.
Now here, let us go. Now that my image is selected, let me go to some simple options first. First is the color option. So when I click on the color option here, it will show you different shades of the same color in blue, gray, red, blue, green, yellow. So I can increase or decrease the effect on this. Now here in this particular picture there are not many colors, but if there is a colorful picture I can do that. I'll show it to you on another image. Now here is the next one, which is the transparency. So or the default setting. So here if I click on this and I click on the grayscale, then the entire image gets into more of a gray scaled image. Black and white means it becomes totally black and white, or if you want it as a watermark, then it becomes very slight. You must have seen watermarks which are placed inside documents. So if you want an image to be like a watermark image, then you can select it this way. If you want, click back to the default setting. The next one is over here is the transparency. So if I want to increase or decrease the transparency of my image, that means I want to make it very transparent. So let's take, I want to make it 50% transparent. So here it's become very transparent, or if I make increase it to, let's take 75% transparency, then it becomes very transparent. So this way I can increase or decrease my transparency level. So if I keep it as 1, then my image is not transparent. The next one over here is called as flipping. Now if I want to flip it horizontally, then if I click on this, is called as horizontal flipping. So here the entire image gets flipped horizontally, and if this is for vertical flipping, this is how the image gets flipped vertically, and this is how it can get flipped horizontally. So these are the options for horizontal and vertical flipping of the images. This is about the. Now here, if I want to replace this image here, again I can replace it with any other image from the file. This is also another method of inserting the image. You can do it if you are working on something and you want one more image to be replaced from here. Click on this and go back to the file and you can replace the image. Now here the color options, let me try here. If I want to increase the blue scale of this image, blue part of it, let's take 60%. So here the blue scale changes. Then here about the green scale. So this way I can change the scale of my blue and green and the red part of my images using this. I can also change the contrast, the contrasting of the images from here. It may be visible or it may not be, depending upon your, see your contrasting. I'm increasing the contrast or decreasing the contrast here. As I increase or decrease the contrast, it will keep on increasing and decreasing. See, this is the change in the contrast and the brightness of the image. If I want to increase or decrease the brightness, I can do all this with the help of this. And here I can increase or decrease the the green scale, the blue part or the red part of the image. Now it depends on very colorful pictures you want, you can change it. So this is how the color part of it works. So now here we go on to the next very important part of the, that is here we have got certain filters that we can apply to the image, that is filters on the image.
Now on the right hand side, I have opened the PDF file, your PDF notes which are there in the CBSE website, and we are going to look at each of these filters which are given in the PDF file, and let us see what are the effects of these particular filters on an image in the document. Now here the first filter is the invert filter. Now an invert filter will actually just simply invert the values of the color image or the brightness value of a grayscale image. So here I click on the filter, my first filter, I am going to click here and filter. Yeah. Now here the image gets automatically the value of a grayscale image, it comes on the screen on that particular image, it gets applied. So this is the first one, that is the invert. So it becomes totally a grayscale type of a image, the values of exactly the opposite of the image. Now I'm going to do Control Z so that every time I will just undo the previous action which I did. Now this, the three of these images, that is soften. The next one filter is called as the smooth filter. I don't know whether we will be able to actually see the figure has become a slightly smoother than before, or you want to sharpen the image, it becomes even more sharp. And here the third one is remove the noise. Now in case of noise, what happens, it removes single pixels from an image. If there are more pixelizations, then that gets removed. Now this smooth, sharpen and remove noise, these things are will be visible to you much more clearer when you do it on your image. Now it may not be very clearly visible to you when I am doing. The next one is called as solarization. Now solarization mimics the minimizes the effects of the light on a particular picture. So suppose there are the and when I click on the solarization, then a dialog box will open up over here, and here there are parameters which you want, you can do here, whereby the effects of light on an image will be more or less, it will be shown, and it will be like this way. The light part of the, wherever there are light pixels, then that will be removed. That is called as solarization. So it mimics the effect of too much light in a picture. Then once the, in the dialog box, you can adjust the parameters, and again I'm going to do undo it. Next one is aging. The next filter is aging. Now aging will make the aging of a particular, now how much percent you want to age it, like after some time how the image will age and look like, that way you can change it. The effect of aging on a particular image, that will be done with this type of an effect. So the aging effect here. So aging applied several times simulates the effect of time on a picture. As time passes, how the picture will fade or how the picture will look like, that will be, that effect will be given with the help of the aging effect. In the further dialog box, you can adjust the aging level. The next one is called as polarization. Now polarize the image makes an image appear like a painting by reducing the number of colors. Here once again I will go back to this, and I will press on Control and undo the image. 1 minute. I'll say Control Z and I'm undoing it, and the next effect which I'm going to give is the polarization. So I polarize the image, and then I'm going to remove the colors whichever you want. This is called as polarization. So polarization makes a picture appear like a painting. So it looks more like a painting, and by reducing the number of colors used. So wherever colors are there too much, it will reduce that and polarize the image. The next, again I'm doing Control Z, I undo it. The next one is pop art. So modifies the picture drastically. So here I click on pop art. See, it becomes this way. This is the next one, pop art. The next one is as charcoal. So it becomes like a charcoal image. The next one is, again I can click here, and I'm going to, again I'll just undo it so that we get back the original one. Undo. Yes, now the next one is, so this is your pop art, this is charcoal, and this is relief. Now what does relief do? A dialog box to adjust the light source that will create the shadow and hence the relief. So the shadow effect. So here I click on relief, and then the light source, from which side you want the light source to reduce. Okay, so you want it from the right hand side, the left hand side, all that type of, see here, from the right, left, like that you can reduce the light source. So this is called a right source. Now these are all for too much of graphic, those people who want to work with a lot of, I'm just again Control Z, I'm doing it again, and undoing it. Now these are all, and the mosaic effect is joins the group of pixels into a single area of one color. So this is the mosaic image filter. Yeah. So here, how many pixels, width and size you can increase and decrease, enhance the edges, etc. See pixelization. Sometimes when you see a picture, you will realize, this is now width part. I want to pixelize it. It is not very clear. Sometimes people blur images or parts of the images. You want to blur it, then you can do the pixelization. That is through the mosaic effect. So these are basically, I again did Control Z. I undid it, and now, so these are basically all the different types of filters which you can apply on an image: invert, smooth, sharpen, polarization, aging, poster, charcoal, relief, mosaic. So these are the images or the filters that you can apply to a particular image and modify that image. After inserting the images and knowing how to modify the images, we will now know how to resize images and how to rotate the images in a document. Now let us look at how we can crop an image. Now for cropping an image, there are two methods of cropping the image. First is that we right click on the image, click on the picture option, and in the crop part, you will see here the image. And now here, or the second method is click on the properties option, and in the position and size small little dialog box, there is more options, click on that, and then again we can come on to the different types here, and in this we will click on crop option. Now under the crop option, there are two ways of cropping. One is keep scale and keep image size. Now we'll see both of them different. Now if I say keep scale, and here we can crop from the left, top, right and bottom. So I am going to crop here a little from here, crop maybe from the left, and then here on the top I am going to increase the cropping maybe a little more, and from the bottom I am increasing the cropping, and from the right hand side also I can crop. Now here I will click on OK, and my image gets cropped, but you will see that here the size of the image has got reduced. That means the cropping in this particular the way it has got cropped, but the size of the image is also changed along with the cropping. Now here once again I can right click picture, and I'll bring it back to the original size if I want to, the original image size. Or if I click I'll do something. I will just undo my cropping, Control Z. I bring it back to my original one, and then I'm going to show you the next way. That is, click on position here, and here keep the image size. Now here you will see that if I crop it from the left or the right, say let's take top and bottom, I'm just cropping it this much from both the sides. Okay, and I click on OK. From bottom also I'll crop a little. So I've cropped it to something, but the image size does not change. In the first place, what was happening? The size of the image was changing along with the cropping. But in case of the second option, that is in case of keep image size, the image size does not change. Only the entire image gets cropped according to our specification. So this is the difference between keep scale and keep image size. So in these two methods, you can crop your image from the left, right, top and bottom. Now once you have cropped the image, as I already told you before, you can resize the image by just clicking on the handles of the image and increasing or decreasing it from both the sides, from horizontally, vertically or from the corners. So this is how we can resize and modify the image.
Now the next option is to rotate an image. Now whenever you are working with the Word document and you had inserted an image, you know that over here when I click on the handles, the rotation handles also come up on an image. But in case of the Open Office Writer, there is a limitation. We cannot rotate an image directly from this particular place. So there is only one option, and that is that we click on the image, Control Copy, that is Control and C, copy it, open File, New, and click on the drawing option. A new drawing page will open up for you. Come to this and say Control and V. Now we paste this, and here when we come in the drawings option, there is an option over here called the rotate option, and we can click on this rotate option over here and rotate an image, or we can just rotate option. Now when I click on this rotate option here, the green colors become red, and here using any of the handles I will rotate to whichever degree I want to. One second, I'll again go back to the effects, rotate, and rotate it in whichever angle I want to. Then again I will copy that image, the rotated image, select it, copy it, right click, sorry, you can say control and C, control C, and come back to your original document and paste it wherever I want to. Suppose I'm clicking here, I'll say control and V and paste my rotated document, rotated image in this file. So this is the way to rotate. So rotation is a big problem in the writer. We cannot rotate it directly, we will have to go to new and the drawing option, and then only we can rotate an image in Office Writer. The next topic that we are going to learn in this chapter or in this session is creating drawing objects. Now drawing objects, we have already learned that there are many different types of drawing shapes, that is shapes, lines and ellipse and rectangles and smileys, stars, call outs, etc. All these are drawing objects. We have learned about drawing objects in our previous session classes, also in different standards 6, 7th, 8th. We have learned all this in paint and in Word, and even when we were using PowerPoint, we have learned using all these drawing objects. So how we can use those same drawing objects in Office Writer, we will learn in this session. We will now see how to insert drawing objects into a document. Now drawing objects, you can compare it to your shapes and word art. Now if by default sometimes when you open up a document writer, then you will get the drawing toolbar over here. But if it is not there, then you can click on toolbar and click on the drawing bar. Now here you will see the different types of shapes, that is line, square, rectangle, ellipse and basic shapes and smileys and things. Whichever you want to, you can bring it up over here. Now suppose if there is some particular shape is not there, then you can click over here on this button, click on customize toolbar and get the shape which you want. So suppose if arc is not there, then you can click on arc and then it will come up over. If you want to, that is the need. If you do not, you can use any of the shapes which are over here. Now here as usual, you can just simply click on the shape, click it and draw it according to your need. A smiley, or this is very common, we have already done this many a times in our Word document, so I'm not going to elaborate much about it. The only thing I want is that we can change the properties of this image. So here I can click on this particular toolbar here, if I when or else I can, so this properties window will open up for me here, and in this I can change the properties, or I can change it from this particular toolbar, which automatically comes up when my image gets selected. See, when my image is not selected, you won't get that toolbar, but when I click on the image, then automatically the new toolbar comes up, which will give you the same effects which are over here. Now I can click on the properties here. Now here, fill color, the fill colors, I can change it into any color of my choice, or if I can click a gradient means, you know it, right, from dark to light. So I select any gradient over here of my choice and bring it up. So let's take, I'm taking this pink gradient, so it's coming this way. Now here, width of the lines also I can select. I can thicken the line or make it say 6 points, so it becomes thick. I can change the color of the line, so I'm making it yellow. This way I can give any of the changes to my documents. Now sorry, my images. Now here, suppose if I have got an image which has got lines inside, then I can do a lot many formattings which I want from with the help. So I want to write call outs, I can write call outs, and I can type text inside the call out. All these are familiar with you, you know very well. I can even change the font inside the call outs or to whatever type I want to. So these are, I make it bold, I can change the font style, I can make it Arial black, and all these effects which are there, that already we have learned in our lower classes. So I am not going to waste too much of time on all this, because we know how to work with images and clip arts. See, this way. Now the only thing is that if I want to delete an image, I can simply click on this. The only thing which is important over here is how to group together the images. Now you can group together. Grouping means you can select two images and it becomes. So here I'm going to group the two images. Now I select this image. Suppose I change the color of this and make it a simple one. Say yellow color. Now here I want to group these two, so that, see, now individually this will move. If I move this, this will move, and if I move this, this will
This also gets moved individually when I am the individual answer selected. Now suppose if I group these two images together, then it becomes one group and both of them will move together, or whatever changes happens, it will be in the same. So now to select it, first I select on one, keep the shift key pressed, select the second image. So now the two of them become one group. Now here you can click on format and click on group, and here this, when I click on this group option, it becomes one group. Now when I move this and click on this image, then it is a single group. So you can, so all the effects will remain the same for everything. Now suppose if I change the color of it, then it will become a group. It is a group. So if I select a particular gradient for it or a particular color, then both of them, so it becomes like a group. So it will behave like a group. If I move the whole both of them, the both of them will be moved together. So any changes for one will automatically get changed to the other, so it becomes like a group. So this is called as grouping of drawing objects. If I want to ungroup them, click on group again and ungroup it. 1 minute, then it can get ungrouped again. So this way I can group images according to my choice. Images also, drawing objects also. Drawing objects can be grouped and ungrouped according to my wish. The last topic is positioning of images within a text. So suppose there is text as well as images in a particular document. How we are going to position the images in between the text, that is what we will learn. Now positioning of an image within text. Now this is the text over here, and if I want to place an image in between the text, then it is governed by four different settings. First is arrangement, refers to the placement of a graphic on an imaginary vertical axis, and arrangement controls how the graphics are stacked upon each other to the in relation to the text. Now suppose there are two images which I put in between the text, then how it is stacked up one below the other in position to the text, that is called as arrangement. Alignment refers to the vertical and horizontal position, left alignment, right alignment, center alignment, all this it refers to in relation to a chosen anchor point. Next is anchoring, refers to a reference point of the graphic. This point could be anywhere between the text or in a frame or in a page, a paragraph, or even a character. An image always has an anchor point. And the last one is text wrapping. That means how the text is wrapped around the text, whether it's to the right, to the left, or to the to through and through. All this we will just have a look at it through this. And where will we get it? We can get it from the format option in the anchor, wrap, alignment, arrange. All this will be from this particular options over here. Now let us bring an image over here. I'm inserting an image, say picture, from a file. Let's take the image of a computer. I have already entered some text over here for convenience. Now here, when I click over here on the format option, I can wrap the text. Now here also you can get those same options over here, wrap text. Now let's look at all this. So here when I click on this, it will, the text will come before and the image comes after. Here after means the, here the text is coming after the image. This is through. Parallel means both the sides the text will be there. Here you have got through means the text will run behind, through and through the image. Okay, and the last one is over here, this way, optimal. This is the optimal way in which text can be put. So it is neither to the left nor to the right. This is the optimal position. If I don't want anything, I can just click here, none. That means the first the image will come. So this is regarding the alignment of the text. Here we can also select any of the alignments, left, center, right, top and center, bottom. All this can be done from here. We can also select over here arrangement, bring to the front, or suppose there are two images over here in this, and bring to front, take to bottom. All that can be done from here using the format option, and anchor to a paragraph, to a particular character. All these are all the advanced features. Forward one, back, send to the back, bring forward, back one. All these are the different options which are available for arranging your images in between your text. So basically there are just 4 points, four ways in which we can do it. That is anchoring, in reference to a particular page, how we can anchor paragraph, character, etc. Then wrapping, which I already showed you, alignment, left, right, top, center, like that I can do it in reference to the text. And the last one is arranging, that is bring to front, take it to the back, like that way. So this way we can arrange or position our images in between our text. So with this, we come to the end of this particular session number 2 of unit 1. And here we have learned the how to insert images from different sources, how to modify, resize, crop and delete the images, how creating different drawing objects, resizing them and grouping them, and also positioning the images in between the text. So all these different theoretical part of this particular session we have covered in this particular video. I hope you have understood, and it has been a help learning a good learning session for you. Thank you.